The Centaur's Promise. A young girl named Elara lived in a quiet village nestled on the edge of a vast, mysterious forest. She was known for her curious spirit, always venturing where others dared not. Her father, a blacksmith, had often warned her of the enchanted woods, speaking of strange creatures that roamed within its shadows. But Elara, with her love for adventure, found herself drawn to the whispering trees every evening. One fateful morning, while exploring deeper into the forest than ever before, Elara heard the sound of rushing water. Intrigued, she followed it until she stumbled upon a hidden glade with a crystal-clear stream cutting through it. As she crouched near the water, she felt an eerie presence behind her. Slowly, she turned, gasping at the sight before her. Standing there was a creature she'd only heard of in ancient legends, a centaur. His upper half was that of a man, muscular and proud, with a mane of long, dark hair that cascaded down his back. His lower half was a sleek and powerful horse, his hooves resting lightly on the moss-covered ground. Elara's heart pounded in her chest. She had heard tales of centaurs, but none had ever been spotted near her village. Yet here he was, gazing at her with piercing yet curious eyes. "Do not be afraid, young one," the centaur spoke, his voice deep and melodic. "I am Chiron, a guardian of these woods." Elara swallowed her fear. "I didn't mean to intrude. I've never seen anyone like you before." Chiron nodded, his expression softening. "Few humans venture this deep into the forest. It is not a place for your kind." "But why?" Elara asked, her curiosity getting the better of her. "Is it dangerous?" Chiron looked out into the trees, his gaze distant. "This forest holds ancient magic, both beautiful and perilous. Many who enter seeking power or greed have lost their way. But you have a pure heart. I can sense it." Elara blushed at his words. "I just love the forest. I want to understand it." The centaur tilted his head, contemplating her for a moment. "There is something different about you, Elara," he said, surprising her by knowing her name. "The forest speaks of you. It is rare for a human to be in harmony with its magic." As the days passed, Elara found herself returning to the glade to meet Chiron. He would tell her stories of the old world, of the time when humans and mythical creatures lived side by side, before the greed of men drove magic into hiding. He spoke of the balance between nature and humanity, a balance that had long been broken. One day, while Elara was deep in conversation with Chiron, the forest suddenly grew still. A bird stopped singing, and the wind seemed to hold its breath. Chiron's eyes darkened. "They are coming," he whispered, his muscles tensing. "Who?" Elara asked, alarmed. "Hunters. They seek me and my kind. They wish to capture our magic and use it for their gain." Elara's heart sank. She had heard rumors of hunters who captured mythical creatures, selling their powers to the highest bidder. "What can we do?" she asked. Chiron looked at her, his eyes softening despite the tension. "You must leave, Elara. This forest will soon become a battleground." "No," she protested. "I can help you." Chiron lowered his gaze, his voice firm, yet kind. "You are brave, but this fight is not yours. If you stay, you will be in danger." But Elara refused to abandon her friend. With a determined glint in her eyes, she said, "You've told me so much about the balance of the forest. If it's in danger, I can't just walk away." Chiron studied her for a long moment before nodding. "Very well. But you must promise to heed my words and stay close." As the hunters drew nearer, Elara helped Chiron weave traps from the vines and enchanted plants in the glade. They worked together tirelessly, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. The forest, sensing Elara's pure intentions, lent its magic to her, making her hands swift and her heart steady. When the hunters arrived, they found themselves ensnared by the traps, their weapons useless against the power of the forest. Chiron and Elara watched from a distance, knowing that they had protected the forest's magic for another day. After the danger had passed, Chiron turned to Elara. "You have done more than I ever expected. The forest owes you a great debt." Elara smiled, feeling a deep sense of connection, not only to Chiron, but to the entire enchanted world. "I didn't do it for a reward. I did it because this place, these woods, are part of me now." Chiron bowed his head in gratitude. "You have proven yourself a true guardian of the forest. From this day forward, you are no longer just a visitor. You belong here, with us." And so, Elara became the bridge between the human world and the magical realm of the forest. She spent her days learning from Chiron and the other creatures, ensuring that the balance of nature and magic remained intact. But every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she would return to the village with stories of the forest's wonders, stories of centaurs, magic, and the bond between a young girl and a guardian of the woods. This tale speaks of friendship, bravery, and the importance of balance between humans and nature, all woven together with the mythical charm of the Centaur.